Hi, I'm Addie, and this is how I survived. Hopefully, I do actually survive long enough in this game to teach you a little something about it, which I have found to be a bit esoteric and confusing at times, so I'm making this guide for everybody to enjoy. So here we go. Now, I'm not going to be playing the basic game settings. We're going to be going for sandbox. I personally find this more enjoyable because I can fiddle with settings that I can find a little annoying in the base game settings. First thing first, I'm going to choose Phallus Lake as a spawn location, thanks to more starting locations for that one. Phallus is very central and a good spawn. Now, for the sandbox settings, I'm going to start in March for fun, because why not? I'm going to set the shutoffs a bit further, so I have time to prepare much more than I would in the base game, though it still has a chance of shutting off as quick as it does in the base game. In character settings, I'm going to give myself 100 perk points, mostly because it's helpful for the way we're going to be playing this playthrough so I can teach you how to play the game. Number 2 is I'm going to quickly change the setting to turn on weapon multi-hit. I don't know why that's off in the base game settings. Basically, that is essential for gameplay. I'm going to quickly turn off zombie infection, just because I want this to be a long-term playthrough that doesn't just get ended by a random scratch that gets infected, though some people might disagree with me. Alright, time to make my character. I'm going to choose Burglar because that allows me to hoard cars because it starts you off with the ability to hotwire. Now to quickly choose my first perk, Athletic, because I feel like that's the only way to play the game without getting exhausted too quickly. Stout, which gives me strength, which I need early on in the game, but allows me to build up more strength later by exercising. And then I'm going to add Amateur Mechanic, simply because the mechanic skill is so annoying to grind in this game, especially to start. For the last perk, I'm going to choose Handy, simply because it gives a few boosts that I like early on. Oh yeah, that's nice. Alright, time to check the most important thing, the thing that I check every playthrough. First thing, what dances do I have? Number 1, arm push. Let's go. Look at that bitch dance. Oh yeah, she's got it going on. Alright, what's next? It's the moonwalk. Oh yeah, just like Michael freaking Jackson, I could moonwalk all over this town if I wanted to. Hey, rude! Don't bother me while I'm dancing, sir! I decided at this point I needed to find a car. I was hoping to find a base near the south of Phallus at a house that had some sheds, but I will need a car to get there first, as it can be used as a quick getaway in case there are too many zombies at my base. This car looked pretty good. It was in high condition and it was parked near the road and the key was right on the ground, so I was hopeful that it would get me places, but alas, it had no gas. We had to get out and go find another car, but as you can see, there's a group of zombies collecting around me. So I ran inside this shed to look for a weapon, and thank the Lord, as you can see, there was a wrench, which I put on my belt, and I went to go and attack those zombies out there. Now, I'm going to use this as an opportunity to teach you some basics about the combat in this game. Number 1 is be aware of what you're up against. This is a small group of zombies, so my choice of a wrench, a small weapon, which limited range, should be okay. Number 2 is be aware of what's behind you. You don't want zombies coming up from behind and biting you. Number 3, this one is especially helpful to newbies. Turn on aim outline for all weapons. This is an easy way to see when zombies enter the range of your attack. It's very helpful, and here's how to do it. Alright, this is what you're gonna do. You're gonna open your options. You're gonna go to display. You're gonna go to cursor. And you're gonna go down to here and you're gonna click any weapon on the aim outline. Click accept, bada bing, bada boom, you've done it. There you go. We got the aim outline. It's the most important accessibility feature in the game, in my opinion. It makes being able to figure out your weapon's range much easier, and knowing how many and what zombies you're gonna hit is so important in this game. I checked out this truck, and it was in really good quality, and it had a key in it. And it had quite a big trunk space, but it also had no gas. So at this point, I decided I was just gonna go to the gas station. It isn't too far away, and it'll fill up my truck, and I'll head on over to my base, and we'll make a new home for my character. But as I was running, I seemed to have collected a large group of zombies. So here's a video of that if you enjoy watching that. Here is the timestamp if you want to skip it. This was a long fight. It sped up by 4 minutes, but I kept my cool and made sure not to let the zombies get too scattered. If you do, they can come at you in weird angles. You want to control the angle at which they come at you. You want to make sure they're only coming at you from the front, and you want to make sure they're coming at you in a line. I know I've said this a few times already, but please keep that in your mind while you're fighting the zombies in this game. I recommend circling around groups of zombies to get them clumped together, easier to fight, easier to control that way. The scattering of zombies is probably one of the more dangerous parts of zombie hordes, so make sure to keep them really clumped together. Alright, gas secured. I'm gonna fill up this truck. Pro tip, when you are filling up a car, your back is vulnerable. So making sure you know what's behind you before you fill up is a really good idea. Now, we'll make our way towards the base location that I'm thinking of, which is south of Phallus, and set up shop. Also, pro tip here, you can hold down M to bring up your minimap. I did not know that for a really long time. Alright, let's make our way to the base. Let's go. Alright, we're pulling up to the base location here. It looks freaking sick. And we got a cool blue truck out front. We're gonna go check that out, see if it's any good. Alright, no gas, but that's okay. We already have a truck. We can probably come back and get gas for that later. There was a group of zombies following me up to the base, but the condition on my wrench is really low, thanks to weapon condition indicator for making it easier for me to see the condition of that. So we're just gonna check around here for weapons, see if there's any in this barn. There wasn't any in that shed, only nails, but that will be good for building our base up later. And of course, there's nothing here. Alright, we're gonna head up to the house. Hopefully the gods of Zomboid are on my side. Oh god, not the alarm. Alright, we gotta run to the truck, Oh gosh, oh god, they're all coming. God, okay, some of them are distracted just by the alarm. We can get in the truck. Hopefully it starts. Come on. Alright, awesome. Let's get out of here. Let's go for my plan B. Here we are approaching the second base. It's looking great. It's further outside of town, so less zombies, but close enough to where going into town doesn't feel like a big long trip. looting Phallus will be pretty easy. The only downside to this house is there isn't a second floor, which makes it much more vulnerable to zombie attacks, especially while you're asleep. If a zombie breaks a window down, especially this window in the bedroom, while I'm sleeping, it could, eat me while I'm sleeping. Not the greatest. So hopefully later down the line we move to a home with 2 floors. And here we found a new weapon for me. It's a meat cleaver, which is alright. I wouldn't use it all the time. I'm much more of a fan of crowbars. Crowbars are my favorite weapon in this game. I am Team Crowbar. Crucify me if you will, but I think the crowbar is the superior weapon in this game. Especially since it trains your strength, and I heard it has the highest durability in the game. Don't quote me on that though. Time to clean up the mess around my frickin' house. Too many zombies, right? Here we're coming up on a zombie with a satchel, which would be pretty good. We don't have a book bag or anything yet, and we do need something like that so we can go looting, even if it's just for a little bit of stuff at a time. Ooh, there's something in the satchel. Let's see what it is. A zombie sandwich. I'm gonna eat it. Delicious zombie cheese sandwich. This zombie has my favorite hat in the entire game. So I'm gonna kill him for it. We're gonna be happy. It's the best hat. It's the purple cap. I love it so much. I wear it every playthrough if I get it. If I get it, it's like good luck. I will live past 2 months if I wear this hat. Guaranteed. Alright, let's take a shower. By the way, you can click this button in the upper right hand corner to skip time through most tasks, especially like reading. It's great to use. Thank you all so much for watching my Project Zomboid video. This is my very first Zomboid video, so if you enjoyed it, leave a like. If you have any feedback, please leave a comment, and if you want to see more of them, hit that subscribe button. We all know those algorithms on this website are wacky. Thank you all so much for watching, and thank you especially to my patrons at patreon.com/I107streams.
Get out of here!